This is no ordinary piece of art. It's called Theatre d'Opera Spatial or Space Opera Theatre and has caused quite a controversy on the internet.
Art is dead, dude. This was the claim made by Jason Allen, creator of an AI-generated image that won a prize at the Colorado State Fair's annual art competition. But is AI really the death knell for human artistry? Let's find out. It's true that AI-generated art has come a long way in recent years. Thanks to tools like Midjourney, DALL-E, and Stable Diffusion, anyone can create complex, breathtakingly beautiful, and realistic images simply by typing a few words into a text box. While these tools may have made some human artists nervous about their futures, they've also sparked fierce debates about the ethics and implications of AI-generated art. The question remains, does AI art cheapen the value of human artistry, or can it enhance it? Some critics of AI art argue that it devalues the hard work of professional artists. In the world of art, value is often derived from the scarcity and skill behind a creation. If AI makes the creation of beautiful images easy and accessible to everyone, won't that flood the market with art and cause the value of human-made works to plummet? After all, when art becomes a commodity, how do you continue to justify high prices for pieces that AI could generate in seconds? The concern is not unfounded. Many artists are already struggling to make a living, and the rise of AI-generated images could make it even harder. How do you compete with a machine that can produce intricate, detailed works faster and cheaper than any human could? Some fear that AI will do to artists what digital cameras did to film photographers or what ebooks did to print publishing, replace the traditional art form with a faster, more cost-effective solution. Controversy over new art-making technologies is nothing new. History is full of moments when technological advancements were seen as threats to human artistry. Painters were once opposed to the invention of the camera, seeing it as a challenge to the craft of painting. Yet photography didn't replace painters, it simply created a new medium for them to explore. Similarly, AI has the potential to open up new creative possibilities, rather than shutting them down. While it may change how art is created and consumed, it doesn't necessarily spell the end for traditional artists. Just as photographers adapted to digital cameras and painters learned to incorporate new techniques, AI could become another tool in the artist's toolkit. One argument in favor of AI art is that it's not meant to replace human artists, but to augment them. Many of the best AI-generated works are created through a dialogue between the human artist and the machine. AI doesn't work independently, it requires input, guidance, and refinement from a person with a creative vision. In that sense, AI is less a replacement for human artistry and more like a paintbrush, hammer, or musical instrument, a tool that extends the artist's capabilities. Tools like in-painting, out-painting, and image-to-image generation are examples of how AI can enhance an artist's work. In-painting fills in missing parts or holes in an artwork based on a prompt. The artist can deliberately cut portions out of an image and allow the AI to dream up completion options, providing creative flexibility. Outpainting takes this a step further by extending an image beyond its original borders, imagining what lies outside the frame. This allows artists to explore new perspectives and narratives within a piece. Perhaps the most revolutionary feature is image-to-image generation, where artists start with a rough sketch or source image and let the AI iterate and enhance it, refining the piece until they're satisfied. This technique mirrors the traditional process of artists refining a sketch, but with the added benefit of seeing results in real time. These new capabilities offer artists more freedom and flexibility, enabling them to explore ideas faster and with greater precision. The creative process, in this case, becomes more about collaboration between human intention and machine execution. But the question remains, if AI can produce images as beautiful as those created by humans, does that diminish the role of the artist? After all, if the results look the same, does it matter whether a person or a machine made it? The answer lies in the distinction between the experience of creating art and the final product. Art is not just about the result, but about the process, the act of creation itself. AI cannot replicate the emotions, struggles, and triumphs that come with making art. It cannot feel the joy of creation, the frustration of failure, or the satisfaction of seeing a vision come to life. Renowned artist Ethel Adnan once spoke about the deep connection between the artist and their work. If you feel something strongly, it comes out whether you want it or not. When we work, our whole being participates in what we do. This kind of emotional and spiritual participation is something that AI simply cannot replicate. No matter how sophisticated the algorithms become, they will never be able to tap into the emotional wellspring that gives human art its soul. As Adnan said, art is not just shapes and colors. It's a total inner world, a reflection of the artist's experience and emotions. When we look at a Van Gogh painting, we don't just see a starry night. We see Van Gogh's struggles, his inner turmoil, and his vision of the world. AI-generated art, no matter how visually stunning, is hollow in this sense. It lacks the emotional depth and personal connection that comes from a human artist pouring their soul into their work. As more people engage with AI-generated art, we're likely to see a shift in how art is perceived. We already live in a world where fewer people create art themselves and instead consume the art of others. This has long-reaching effects, particularly when it comes to the public's perception of AI-generated art. If people are only interested in the final product and not the process of creation, why shouldn't AI art be seen as just as good as human-made art? This mindset underscores a broader cultural shift toward valuing products over experiences. We live in a society that is focused on outcomes rather than processes. But for those who have experienced the creative act, who have felt the thrill of bringing something into existence, the process is where the magic lies. As consumers of art, we connect not only with the final image, but also with the journey behind it. Art has always been about more than decoration. It's a conduit to the human experience. This is something that AI can never fully replicate. It may be able to generate images, but it cannot create meaning in the way that humans can. So, is AI the end of art? Not necessarily. AI is unlikely to replace human artists, but it may shift the landscape. We might see a world where imagers or image makers create commercial art using AI, while traditional artists focus on more bespoke, handmade creations. In this way, AI could make mass-produced art cheaper and more accessible, while human-made art becomes more valuable as a fine art, something appreciated for its uniqueness and the human touch behind it. In the end, art is evolving. The rise of AI in the art world may challenge our understanding of creativity, but it also offers exciting new possibilities. For those who value the process, the act of creation, AI can never truly replace the human artist. Art is more than the sum of its parts. It's about connection, emotion, and the soul of the maker. And that is something only we, as humans, can bring to the canvas. Art is not dead. It's evolving, just as it always has. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If this video got you thinking about the future of art and AI, make sure to hit that like button and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think.